When I upload a thumbnail, I usually think it's good, and I don't change it most of the time. But what happens is like 3 years later, I look back and I'm like, oh, that's a horrible thumbnail.
Today, we are going to fix the worst gaming thumbnail ever. What's wrong with it? I can list off a lot of things, but for the most part, it doesn't tell us anything about the video. Oh, it's a car? You have to drive for 90% of the goddamn game! Now that that's off my chest, let's get this thumbnail fixed. Alright, let's jump into the atrocity that is this thumbnail. First off, like, it's just a car. It has nothing to do with the title, Stopping the Train Remastered. That's what the whole video is about. We're stopping the train, but it's San Andreas. And it's just a car. What does that have to do with the video? First up, I'm gonna grab this thing. There we go. Now, we're gonna reiterate to what the whole video is about. The first step in any thumbnail creation is to gather your assets. I'm just using Google to grab the freight train, CJ and Big Smoke from San Andreas. Then I'll go into GTA 5 and use the Rockstar editor feature to take some screenshots of the train in the game and of my character. Photography modes in video games are great for us creators, as we can manipulate the camera and set up the perfect scene for the perfect thumbnail. Now that we have our assets all collected, it's time to make the thumbnail. I start off by focusing on the two trains. I'm making both the San Andreas and GTA 5 train side by side, facing away from each other. Then I'm dividing them with the letter I, because I don't know how to do objects in Photoshop. Next I go into my character and cut him out using the pen tool. This is probably the most tedious part of thumbnail making, just cutting out characters with the pen tool. But with the pen tool in particular, you have complete manual control of where exactly you want your subject to be cut. So don't worry about rushing this, take your time and make sure those cuts are right. Alright, we got our subject, so we go make selection, feather radius 1, copy, paste. We have our subject. And we got all this annoying background in like my car, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Just getting rid of this with the pen tool again, which is just much easier, so you have manual control, as I said, to just cut out all the different parts of the background. So once I complete, I do the same thing, make selection. Instead of copying and pasting, I just hit delete, and then Control D to deselect, and then move on to the next part. I am now taking my subject and just resizing him onto the GTA 5 side, rotating him in a little so he looks like he's actually driving the road. We'll double click on the layer here just to give it some stroke. There we go, just some little outlining, that's what we love, and some drop shadow as always. I'm then just adjusting the brightness and contrast of the GTA 5 train just so it's much more appealing to the eye and to make the colors stand out more. And now I'm adding CJ and Big Smoke into the thumbnail finally. Just making them look like they're driving along the San Andreas train, and then giving them some stroke and background as well. And then I'm just editing the brightness and contrast of CJ and Big Smoke, and also the San Andreas train. Now on to the final touches, which are the logos and titles. But for this thumbnail, I'm just having logos, so I'm using the GTA Online Los Santos Tuners logo in the center. And then I'm grabbing the RTX logo in the corner just to sell off the remastered part of my video. And we're done. Look at this pee-pee poo-poo thumbnail. Just bad, gross. Get it out. Got our revamped thumbnail. And I think we've done a pretty good job here. Saved it. We are going to export this bad boy. Make sure it's a JPEG, otherwise YouTube is not gonna accept it. Take this new thumbnail, go over to our YouTube. I'm gonna go over here, and we are gonna change it to this masterpiece of a thumbnail. Save, and bam. Now, of course, you can't rely solely on your thumbnails to make your channel a success. Like, I've been working on thumbnails for a long time, improving, but it's nice to go back to my old routes of just screenshots of games and just really improve on how bad I was back then. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I know I don't do these types of editing videos before, but I wanted to share with you guys, and I just love Finzar, so just want to do what he does and just help people out. So hope you guys learned something from this, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.